welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make a different kind of pizza, and we're going to do that in a different video, but I have to make the dough first. So we're going to make a rye pizza crust, and that may give you a hint of what kind of pizza we're going to make. It's not Italian at all. So let's see how I put this together. I got my mixer out, and we're going to start with 1 cup of very warm water, a tablespoon of yeast, and this is SAF instant yeast, tablespoon of sugar. That smells good already. Put that in there. We're going to add a tablespoon of oil. That's just light olive oil. I am going to start off with 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. Let's see. And a ½ cup of rye flour. And I got this rye flour from King Arthur Flour, but you can use rye flour that you buy at your grocery store. Bob's Red Mill is readily available in most grocery stores. If you can find it. If not, then you are going to have to go ahead and order that online. About a teaspoon of salt, and that's my Himalayan salt. About a teaspoon of caraway seeds. After all, it is rye bread. Think about the things that you make with rye bread. And this is, many of you may not have this. This is called a rye bread improver. I can get this from King Arthur. One of these bags will last you a long time. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of this. This actually has Vital Wheat gluten, it has diastatic malt powder in it, and it has what they call special rye flavor, which gives rye bread that tanginess that you're used to. And these I keep in Ziploc bags, and I keep them inside of a plastic tote, and they're sealed off away from the real world very safely. So I actually have had these a couple of years, and I take good care of them.
Smells like rye.
Smells like rye bread, doesn't it? Okay, so we have water, yeast, sugar, salt, caraway seeds, rye flour, all-purpose flour, oil, and the dough improver. But like I said, you don't need to have that. We're going to go ahead and put this on the mixer. Oops. Hello. And put it up to a 2. Get that blended, and we'll see where we are as far as moisture content goes. That when you make rye bread, you really do want to put a dough enhancer in it. So if you're going to make this, I would highly recommend that you use Vital Wheat gluten in with your rye flour, because rye flour makes for a very, very tough dough. And my rye bread improver actually has Vital Wheat gluten in it. I see that that's a bit sticky, so I'm going to add just a skosh more white flour. We'll start with a couple of tablespoons and get that mixed in there. When it comes together the way I like it, we're going to go ahead and let this knead for about 7 minutes, and then we'll be back and show you what it looks like. Okay, our rye pizza crust is done kneading, and I'm just going to give the bowl a little spritz, okay? Then I'm going to give the dough a little spritz. This is just so it doesn't get dried out. We're going to let this take a little bit of a nap for like 10 minutes, okay? And then, when it's done, we're going to come back, we're going to put it on the pan, and we're going to par cook it. So, this is going to rest for 10 minutes. I'm going to go do something else, and I'll be back when this is ready. What you waiting for, Sissy? Is it ready? Not yet. We're getting there. You just wait. Okay, our dough has rested, and I'm just going to moisten my hands just a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and deflate this. It smells simply amazing. Okay, so
why is it on a pizza pan?
because I'm making a pizza, not a normal kind of pizza though. I'm going to make a special pizza with this dough, and we're gonna pre-bake this crust, because the pizza that I want to make is a little bit untraditional, but it's going to be really amazing. I just know it. And if your hands get a little too sticky, make sure you wet them again. It's going to be fine. Rye dough by nature is a bit sticky, so we're spreading it out on a pizza pan. It's going to be a little bit different than just making a loaf of bread. So, of course, if I were making a loaf of bread, I probably would have made a much larger recipe. Doesn't have to be perfect, just get it out to the edge. And this is a 16-inch pizza pan, so you could make this in a baking sheet, on a baking sheet. It doesn't have to be round. It can be whatever shape you want it to be. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dock this dough a little bit. And if you don't know what that is, I'll show you. After I dry my hands off. Let me grab a large fork, honey. I'm going to poke holes in it, so I don't get large bubbles. Hopefully it will bake through. I'm going to pre-bake this dough, this pizza crust rather. I have got my oven preheated to about 400 degrees. I'm going to pop this in there, and then I'm going to cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes. We'll be back when it's done, and I'll show you what it looks like. Ready? Sissy says it's ready, because Tally told her. Okay, here's our rye pizza crust. Pre-cooked and beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, delicious. Okay, we're going to let this cool a little bit, and that is how we're going to use it. We're going to top it with some special stuff, and I'll put a link to the video once I get that done and up, and you'll be able to see what we made with it. It's really nice. It's, in fact, there's the bottom.
Very nice.
It could go a few more minutes if you wanted to, but we're going to put it back in the oven for a little while after we get it all topped off. So, that's how you make a rye-style pizza crust. I hope you try it. I hope you love it. Until next time, I'll see ya. Bye.